Well, good evening. We're thankful that you are here for our devotional period. In just a moment, we will break and go to our classes. So good to see the number that we have with us for our second week back on Sunday night for our Bible classes. Of course, some aren't here. I believe some are participating in the Walk for Water. I think they're staying there. Some stuff going on this evening there with an evening lesson. But we welcome you here and all who are online. Welcome you just the same. We're grateful that you're a part of us, a part of this congregation. Look forward to the time that you can be back with us. Good to see Jim and Lila back this evening. And it was what a joy to walk in the door and see them there. I remember when we were first visiting Wood Avenue, this was one of the first couples we met. Extremely nice to us and just continued to come and talk to us. Took us out for lunch even. And I found out from other visitors, I think that's a common theme. So good to see them here this evening. 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 15 will be our thought. We'll have a quick devotional thought, a song of encouragement. As you can see, if you're staying in the auditorium class, I'm going to speak from the floor this evening in a moment when we break to go let the children, college and younger, down to their classes. If you would like, if you're in an auditorium class, if you'd like to move forward, you're welcome to do so during our break. I've been told that the worst thing for a house is to not live in it. I'm not a contractor. I don't really know much about construction, but I've heard that many times that just a daily upkeep of a house is good for it. And of course, if you're not living in it, you don't see it. And if you think of the daily upkeep, sometimes there's that which you see, that which you intentionally do. Sometimes you catch a problem as it happens and you go ahead and have it repaired. But maybe just a day-to-day that you don't even realize you're doing, but yet it goes into the makeup of your house. It goes into keeping it where it needs to be, keeping it in a good living situation. In the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 15, Paul tells the younger Timothy, "But if I am delayed, I write so that you may know how you ought to conduct yourself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and the ground of truth." We see there are different titles or different descriptions for the church, the Lord's church. And one of those would be the house of God. What a joy it is to know that we as Christians, we are the house of God. And a lot of times our buildings are called the house of God, but we are the house of God. We as Christians, the house of God is meeting in this building is really how we could say it. The church of God is meeting in this building. The church of Christ is meeting in this building. The bride of Christ is meeting in this building. On and on we could go. But let's go back to that daily upkeep for just a minute. If our physical houses need that daily upkeep, certainly our spiritual house needs that daily upkeep, does it not? And it may be there's something that you're doing every day and you don't even realize how it's helping you in your Christian life, but it is. Your prayers, or maybe your alarm in the morning as you wake up, it reminds you to have a Bible reading, or maybe it's reading the Bible to you and all the different features that are out there for that. Sometimes these little things that you don't recognize are what helps you to go day after day after day and continue in this Christian walk to keep the house of God where it needs to be. Times there's also that which when we do that self-examination, you examine a house, you go in and you really inspect it. Maybe that spring cleaning and you inspect everything. You go all around and you're looking at it. Is there anything I need to take care of? Is there anything I need to address? Sometimes we need to do that as well. And we do that with the Bible as we look in, or as we look to our own lives and we examine ourselves. And what do I need to do? What do I need to? How do I need to give myself a spiritual checkup? Make sure that I have the house of God where it needs to be. That you may know how to conduct yourself in the house of God. We're going to sing a song of encouragement. Ronnie has one picked out that he's already mentioned to us, giving us the song number. And we want to use this as a time to encourage one another to look at your house, look at your spiritual house, look at your life, and ask, does it need clean? Maybe it just needs dusted, but maybe there are deeper repairs that need to be made. Let's let the Bible repair you tonight. What better way to go into the Bible class than to say, hey, my house is strong, my house is complete. My house is according to the Scriptures. And we want to help you with that. If we can, please let it be known as we stand and as we sing.